the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense will come out first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense knew coming into tonight they had to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, and they are wasting no time. They get a sack on the first play of the game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on the money. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. Just never developed.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front 7. They're able to fight off the blocks on that third down screen play, make the tackle, now setting up 4th down.
They booted away on 4th down. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team.
Turning it off! Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. And you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality and the ground.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll try it again. Russell to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to throw, it's Stoneburner. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Power ahead. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And obviously that's a little bit demoralizing for the offense, having the ball down there close to the goal line on 3rd down. You'd love to be able to just trust your offensive line to get the push you need to score a touchdown, but you don't get it. You don't necessarily have to go for it here, but it doesn't help your confidence moving forward in this game running the ball.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Going right to work up top. It's complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. He'll sneak it. Past the 1st down marker and still running.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've played 1 before we move on. Let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Right back to the well. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On third down, he drops to throw. Going for 6. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got
open spaces. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Stoneburner. Makes the grab. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback extends the play. And some room to work. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first down.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability and vision. That's why he's second in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Might as well give it to him again. Got some room headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. So difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Slams ahead. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Tries to swivel forward on the sneak. Sneaks into the end zone.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Pitt looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 14 to Florida State. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll move the wide receiver. Jet sweep to the receiver. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these jet sweeps are just so hard to stop for no gain. I mean, a guy having a full head of steam, getting to the perimeter, and that's a nice job by this offense. Get the first down, not a huge gain, but get away from all those big linemen in the middle and get that first down and keep the sticks moving.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Lost one deep down the right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He's going to lose a yard on that one. LSU quick to the line. Dropping back, it's Stoneburner. Got his man quickly. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Trying to set up the screen. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Thanks to Brad.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards. And it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around a game.
And on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Fires to the right. He makes a catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Dropping back, it's Stoneburner. Looking for the score. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown LSU.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Give to the back. Makes his man miss. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He now has 91 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give on the inside. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Stoneburner. Snagged out of the air.
That's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Using his legs, it's low. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's led to 3,000 yards now.
And that's a lot when you consider some of the injury issues they've had up front throughout his career. It doesn't matter. This guy still finds ways to make positive things happen. 3,000 yards, that's a lot for a running back.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. The Hawkeyes have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by just 1 over Minnesota. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Now facing a third and long. Just keep slinging it. It's complete. Turns it on in midfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the...
Turning it on!
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Out of the gun, the inside give. On the move is the 30.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Complete, out of the backfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on fourth down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on fourth down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Gets it out fast. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the shotgun, the inside give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Looking downfield, it's Stoneburner. He's got his man across the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Power football with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
221 wing. 221 wing. Come on, set.
Quarterback making checks.
Okay, ready?
Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point in the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
Here we go, sack.
They want that clock to run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They'll give it to the back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the punishment has been extended. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is good. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College